That's that northern tooth mushroom that I showed in a video a while back. It's starting to decay. Look at the monkey face that it's created. Not all of you will see it, but there's quite the face in that fungus, huh? Ain't that crazy? The face in the fungus. Well, it's that time of year again. With nights dipping down into the 20s and 30s, it's time to get the kitchen queen ready for full-time employment. She served us well last winter, and with the soot and ash cleaned out of her lungs, she'll be performing like a champ once again. She's one heck of a stove, I want to tell you. Just the ticket for living up here.
That ought to make a big difference.
I think so.
Oh, if JC doesn't get this stove clean out, we could freeze to death this one.
Oh, that looks good. That come out nice. All set for another long winter. Get a fire going.
Yeah, the bridge button.
Nice, slow, steady fire in there. And the oven is at 375 degrees. It's perfect. And the water here for the dishes, boiling away. Look at that. I'm just going to do a couple last minute things at this stand. I hunted it last night. I've got some really good shooting lanes, but with just a little bit more cutting, I'm going to have twice the opportunities, really. So I've got Lori here with me, and I'm going to be up there, and I'm going to send her, go to the left, go to the right, put up a couple of markers, because when I'm up there, it looks a whole lot different when I'm down here. So it's going to be a lot easier for me to just go, okay, put a flag on that, put a flag over there, put a flag over there, and then I can come down and go right to those spots and cut those high branches, because when you're down on the ground, those high branches don't look like they're going to impede any shooting at all. My cousin and I used to work this way, and we had some good setups in the past. So that's what I'm going to do right here. So I got my harness, I'm going to climb up, I'm going to send Lori left and right, to and fro. Keep going to your left, now go straight. You can go around all that stuff if you want. Go farther out to your right. Go to your left. And that one, yeah. Just put a flag on that. I can take the top of that down. I'll have a nice shooting lane to the left of that spruce over there. I got a nice shooting lane here. I've got a shooting lane here. I'm going to take that stuff right down in there, and then I can see way back to those maples back over there. I got a good shooting lane here, all in here, but there's just those beech tree branches there, those higher ones. I take those down, and then I can see way over there. I've got nice shooting over here. Because from down here, I would never think that those branches up there are going to be in the way. But from up there, they are. So I happen 2 people like this, it works out really good. This stand is in a really nice spot. Good deer activity. I should see some moose. I don't have a moose tag, but it's nice to see them anyway. So I'm going to climb down and do some cutting. This old buck saw. This thing's been in my family as long as I can remember. I have a photo of my Uncle Tim using this at the camp. It's probably before my time. Never changed the blade. Works like a charm. The old tools, stuff were made a lot different back then, man. Just had one come through. I saw it walking right straight through there, all through that thick stuff. It walked right through there, across there, right there, over by that little 3-inch tree that's leaning like at 11 o'clock. It was right there, and it was walking, and I went blat. And it stopped. And I drilled it. It fell down, spun around, and then ran, and I saw it go down right over there. I'm going to give it a little time before I go. That's the spot that just the other day I would not have been able to see. I had Lori walk around and put a ribbon on the tree, and I cut that open, and then I can see over there. And that was where I shot. Talk about a plan coming together. Yeah, it's always fun trying to track blood when the ground looks like this. Huh? Isn't that crazy? Yeah. There she is, man. She didn't go far. Good clean kill. That's some nice table fare right there. Just right. Just the perfect size. The arrow went in on the right side, hit the leg on the left side, probably broke the bone. That's what made it fall down. But it got right up and then it ran. It only ran a little ways and I saw it go down. About 50 yards. Yeah, perfect. There's going to be some real nice meat right there. That's just the size I like. Should probably dress out at about maybe 110. Yep, that's just right. The first bow kill in New Hampshire in about a decade. I haven't hunted here, yeah, in about 10 years or so. Nice welcoming home present, some meat for the camp. Grateful. And it's so ironic that the only shot opportunity I had was that spot that I filmed where I was having Lori mark that tree. I have some good shooting lanes from that stand, but the deer didn't enter any of them. And if I didn't clip that one freaking little tree top, I wouldn't have had a shot. There were plenty of opportunities with a gun, but not with a bow. And even that shot was at the edge of my comfort zone. But as soon as I went that, and it stopped, and I launched, did the trick. I'm grateful. So I'm walking along, following deer tracks here, and I see this fungus. Look at this thing. It's like jelly. It looks like an eyeball. Isn't that something? It's real. It feels like an eyeball. I've never seen anything like that before. I gotta look that one up. Yeah, it's just like jelly. It's slippery and cold, and it feels just like an eyeball. That's crazy. Well, folks, we had about a ½ inch of snow the other night. The trees are going bare. Kitchen Queen's burning 24 hours a day. I'd say winter's on its way. In a lot of ways, I'm looking forward to it. Have a few concerns, but trying to get them under control. I was hoping to have a new roof on the camp this year. Didn't get that far. But that's the way life goes. There's always some roadblock or detour to contend with, you know. Yeah. I'm happy to have one deer down so far. Hunting's been slow. It's been raining a lot. I'll tell you, if we get as much snow as we've had rain, we're going to be buried. We'll see. Yeah. I'm going to be heading over to New York, do a little hunting there for, I don't know, 3-4 days. Take my tree stands down off of the 100 acres that I'm selling, and then set them up here on the mountain. Hunting here is a heck of a lot different than hunting there, I got to tell you. In New York, you're hunting blocks. Farmland. You know the deer are going to go feed in the farm fields in the evening and at night. There's corridors. You set up strategically. Somewhere in those corridors, you get action. Don't have that luxury here on the mountain. It's just forest, and lots of it. There's no apple orchards, no oak groves, no farm fields, no crops, nothing. So to the deer, one spot's as good as the other. You try and learn the lay of the land and hunt with the lay of the land. That spot that I got that deer at, that's in a pretty decent location because there's a stone wall that runs a few thousand feet. And then there's a pretty heavy patch of woods, a lot of spruce, moss, that sort of thing. Good cover for them. And then there's a brook that runs parallel to the stone wall. That side of the stone wall was logged fairly heavy. That side of the brook was logged fairly heavy. But there's a good dense corridor there. My stand is in that one spot because there's a break in the stone wall. Now the deer will jump that stone wall any day of the week when they're being pushed. But when they're just meandering along, that break in the stone wall, it's kind of an invitation spot. Critters travel through there. I put up a trail cam. Got a doe and a fawn going through there. Then a pretty nice, good meat deer. There was a bear. There was a bull moose. Pretty good location when you just got to pick a spot to be in bow range with no bait, no attraction other than trying to learn the deer's characteristics, their travel patterns, in a big dense forest. But so far so good. It was very rewarding to get that deer. Excellent meat, not gamey at all, exactly what we want. So I'm going to go to New York and do a little hunting there. I'd like to get a couple more deer for the freezer, make a bunch of sausage, and we will be in great shape. Yeah. I got a crack in my windshield here. Luckily, it's covered by the insurance. This is going to go to the Polaris dealer in about a week. They're going to replace the windshield. Going to have a set of tracks put on it. I considered getting them last year, but it's a big expense. I wanted to see how we fared without them. Having the tracks is going to be a good investment. It'll improve our lives, give us a little bit more freedom. I can justify the expense. It'd be pretty badass with some tracks on it, though, won't it? I'm looking forward to that. And Mama will be looking forward to a little bit more freedom on the mountain during the winter. So far so good. Everything's going good. Not too much concern with the surgery, you know. Especially with this will help us get in and out, and I won't have to muscle a snowmobile around because I'm not supposed to lift anything after that. So I'm going to have some recuperation here in the cabin. I'm pretty confident everything's going to be fine. I want to thank everybody for all their prayers and well wishes and all of that. But really, there's not too much concern with it. I'm in a good frame of mind. We're going to get it done. We're going to be back to normal. And looking forward to some ice fishing. And this year, Lori's going to have her New Hampshire fishing license, so we'll have twice the tip-ups on the ice, twice the action. Really looking forward to that. I just wanted to give you all a little update, what's going on up here, and what's going on as we are preparing for our second winter on the mountain, and really looking forward to sharing it with you all. So all the best to you, and God bless.